Titus Schwinghammer, Amber Gold, and Rachel Parker.
Is Amber? Wait, could you say those names one more time?
Gotcha. It's going to be Lionel Knight, Titus Schwinghammer, Amber Gold, and Rachel Parker.
I will take. Is anyone from Explain Law?
Let me check real quick for you. No, sir.
Let's take Schwinghammer.
Schwinghammer, I calling him right now.
I don't really know these lawyers too well. Should I self-represent?
Oh, he hung up right away.
Really?
I don't think he's awake. Gotcha.
You know what?
So
I'm gonna represent myself.
All right, I can respect it. Let me get my flashlight ready just in case you get froggy. It's my favorite part of the job.
Listen, I'm
All right,
not
follow me
planning on
upstairs.
running.
Gotcha. They never plan on it. It just happens. But if you do run, I will shoot you in the back.
Why the
Like a
fuck?
goddamn
What
dog.
the fuck? Excuse me.
I will shoot you in the back like a fucking
Beady,
dog.
Motherfucker, you ain't gonna do shit, pussy.
I'll skin you like a
What is this
retriever, you
for?
fucking bitch.
No.
Oh.
Gotcha. Here's gonna be the
Oh, is he getting
defendant.
arrested?
He is.
Yeah. The defendant dipshit has entered the room. Nino Chavez.
All right,
Okay.
I'll
Dude.
leave.
You have a good day, Mr. Dan.
Bob, get over here. You're my ride along. You need to get experience in the courtroom.
Okay.
Or not. Get the fuck out of here, Bog.
Mr. Dan, please remove yourself from that seat. Thank you.
I will.
There we go.
Oh my God.
He's
Bob.
hiding under my desk like Monica Lewinsky, Your Honor.
I will leave.
This is gonna make for a
All right, bye,
really
Bob.
interesting case, to be honest.
All right, so Your Honor, has Senior
All right, and
Ranger
the charges
Bugs
that he's facing?
joyriding and obstruction of justice. I need to radio some more personnel real quick, Your Honor.
Can y'all hear me?
410 to 450.
Yeah, I can hear you. I think he needs to speak up a little.
All right. Officer Pred, what are the charges that you're
I'm already
arresting
in
him on?
bench trial. Obstruction of justice and joyriding, Your Honor.
Obstruction of justice and joyriding. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Have you provided him with the evidence that you have? Because we see the evidence.
The evidence is just the pictures of the motor vehicle taken by Senior Ranger Bugs.
Right. And the dispatch call of the vehicle. So
And the dispatch call. Yeah, we can make him all aware of that.
yeah, if we could provide him with that as well.
Sure. Well, I'll get them in a note for you. Let me get rid of that, and we'll get you these pictures.
Copy. Gonna be in the courtroom, sir. I'm gonna be off radio.
There you are, Mr. Chavez.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
All right, and both sides prepared, or do you need a few moments?
I'm gonna need just 2 minutes here. I'm going to. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna prove that it was a illegal.
Your Honor, I need to talk with my counsel.
Yeah, just give us 1 minute, Your Honor.
Yep, sure.
Mm-mm-mm. We may not get away with this, but it'll be fun to do it anyways. Doon, 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 doon. So the argument that I'm going to try to make is that the officers provided no clear instructions. I pulled over. The vehicle was given to me by a Miriam McCarthy because they fucking gave me the evidence. They never questioned me about the vehicle. There was no obstruction. So there's a couple angles that I'm going to go at this. It was an illegal stop to begin with. Right to a speedy trial just means you get a trial, which we got one. It's all good, man. Listen, I was just kind of pissed in the moment. You have to understand, as the player playing Nino, there's a significant portion of 2 IQ Andes that make it very frustrating to play a character with any intelligence, due to the fact that their minds aren't able
I'm
to
ready, Your
comprehend
Honor.
anything. It's really frustrating to get blame on shit when
Just kidding.
the dumbasses don't
Damn, I
see
can't
what's
get rid of
happening on
fucking
your own
gun.
I'll
stream.
go ahead and call this court.
Very
session. It's time.
annoying.
Mr. Chavez. You're facing one charge of obstruction of justice and one charge of joyriding. How are you pleading at this time?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. And are you prepared to also give us a statement? You're going to waive your right and you will testify here. Correct?
I will, yes.
Okay. Can I have the officers that were involved and Mr. Chavez please raise your left arms? All right. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give at this bench trial is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth on the penalties of perjury? So help you, Mitch.
So help me, Mitch.
Okay. All right, Mr. Chavez, do you have any evidence that you want to submit to the court or anything like that?
No, but I am going to ask for I'd like to, could I ask at this time to find out who was being arrested and what charges they were facing?
You, correct?
Scope, Your Honor.
Okay, so you were being.
Well, because I'm getting charged with obstruction, but I don't even know what I'm obstructing. So
I guess we're
I
going
tried to
find
ask these
we'll,
questions.
We'll find that out here when we start the bench trial. Okay.
Understood.
All right,
I figured there
perfect.
might be a reporter set of charges that individual may have gotten.
I have no report that is in front of me at all,
Okay.
or nothing entered. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Okay. Officer Pred, can you give us your statement, sir, as to why
Do you want me to
brought
start
this?
first, Your Honor? Because I can
Permission
give
to
you...
proceed to the speaking table,
I
Your
would
Honor.
like Officer Pred to come up. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, without the music, please.
Sorry. All right, Your Honor. So there I was. I heard through the dispatch line that there was a robbery afoot. Robbery afoot! I appeared on scene where I saw a van, engine still running.
I appreciate that,
The
Descartes.
tire tracks were still hot, Your Honor. They were hot as could be. And that's when, bam! I saw it. I saw it. Running out the house was a madman in booty shorts and a face mask, Your Honor. Running like the wind. He was running like wind. And that's when he had cops chasing him. They were on him. They were on him hard. This man was running. running around buildings. He got into a van. He tried to ram me. He tried to ram all of us. He almost ran over Bass. I saw it. And then he got out and he ran some more. He was on the phone, Your Honor. I shit you not. This scumbag was on the fucking phone with this guy right here. Audible gasp from the audience.
Oh my God.
Perfect. This guy right here. He was driving a stolen Comet. It was flagged 1060 in our database. He was obviously rammed into my vehicle several times trying to interject into this pursuit and pick up the man. But he saw
Oh my God,
that it
he's
was futile
perjuring!
when the 3 officers over here subdued the perp easily. It was with ease. They subdued him. He was in cuffs. And then this guy fled. And then he said, well, I know what thought process was going through his head. That's Officer Kyle Pred behind me. I'm never going to get away from that hurricane of fucking violence and rich mahogany. And then I pulled him over. He obeyed at the traffic stop. We had a felony stop alongside Ranger Bugs. I like to call him Ranger Rick. And we subdued him.
Don't call me that.
We put him away. And I brought him down here for bench trial, Your Honor.
Okay,
As you'll see submitted into evidence, the flagged plate,
I do see that.
the read, and that's all.
Okay, during your line of duty with trying to apprehend the other person that was fleeing from a van, correct?
Yeah, it turned out he was
Okay.
just fucking some guy's wife at that house.
He was just having sexual relations with.
Yeah, he
another
was just
person?
having sexual relations. They let him go.
Okay, all right.
Simple misunderstanding of running from police after fucking a guy's
Okay.
wife. It happens.
Did Mr. Chavez interfere in that entire ordeal?
Yes,
in any
he
way?
rammed me
He
several
rammed you.
times.
How many
What?
times did he ram you?
I couldn't accurately count, Your Honor, but it was more than
What
one.
the fuck?
All right, thank you. You have any questions of him?
Your Honor, if there's any perjury taking place during this trial, how do I?
You
How do I
speak
go
to the
about
district
that?
attorney.
Okay, understood.
All right, do you have any
Accusing
questions
me
of
of
him?
perjury, son.
I do not. I'll wait till
Okay,
the end if
all
I
right.
have any.
All right, thank
You're
you.
accusing
Officer
me of
Pratt.
perjury, son. Say it
Officer
with your
Pratt,
chest.
Order in my court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Actually, I do have
Actually, we
one
do have a
question.
question for you.
Were you able to visibly identify him in the driver's seat of that Comet?
This gentleman, I never lost. I'd have never met this man before, but I've met him a few times, but I never lost eye contact visual of the Comet from when it tried to interfere to when he pulled over.
And no other person was in the vehicle?
No other person was in the vehicle.
All right, thank you.
It was a 2-door Comet RS, I believe, gray in color.
Yes. Thank you.
No problem, Your Honor.
Your Honor, for the record, I'd like to state that he claimed that he wasn't able to see me. He's never met me, and then he met me a couple times.
Well, because I remembered it.
He recanted the statement that he made, sir.
Your Honor, may I add
That is-
something?
Yes, I would like you to actually step forward, please. Thank you. Your statement, please, sir.
Yes. So while I was chasing the suspect, who was later identified as Lang Buddha, a gray and color Comet pulled up next to me, and I saw as clear as day as Mr. Chavez was on the phone, driving toward Mr. Buddha. That's when he pulled on toward the sidewalk. Unfortunately, he was unable to. I guess fortunately for us, it was unable to get Mr. Buddha in his car because Officer Bayvon was able to slap the cuffs on Mr. Buddha and apprehend him right away. That's when I witnessed him ram Officer Fred's vehicle multiple times and then taking off westbound before making that left turn toward Madwin Thunder Drive.
I am surprised they're
So
saying I
you
rammed
actually
the
did
cop
get the other
car.
person into custody.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions of him?
I do not.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome.
Why are they
All right,
lying?
and I believe as a park ranger, Bugs, you had a statement you wanted to give.
No, Your Honor, I just was there at the felony stop and ran the plate.
Okay. And you might as well. Did the plate come back to Mr. Chavez?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do any other officers have a statement?
Does Bayvon have anything he'd like to say? Does Monster Cop have anything he'd like to add?
Is that a no? All I heard was a grunt.
Your
All right,
Honor, I could
perfect.
step up and corroborate the story.
No, it's fine.
All right.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Chavez, this is your time to go ahead and give us your statement, please.
Of course, I need a moment to try to unpack what is a severe case of not only perjury, stretching the truth, and behavior that is unbecoming of a police department that I would like see servicing the citizens of Los Santos. Let me
All right,
begin by
I'll-
saying,
Go ahead.
I was indeed driving a Comet, given to me by a very disgruntled woman, a very, very disgruntled woman who was absolutely upset that she was caught having sex. Now,
So many
after
champions.
seeing multiple pots and pans being thrown at me, I took the vehicle she had allowed me to borrow and was driving it out of Vinewood. I was on a dirt path. If you will give me a minute, Your Honor, do you mind if I consult my map here to give you accurate
Take your
road
time.
names?
Yes.
All right,
that's
thank you
fine.
very much.
It'll paint a better picture for it.
That's what I said.
Going on up there?
Give this man
Your
a couple
Honor, if we
CDs
could-
and glasses.
These gentlemen are screaming in my ear right now.
Yeah, if you guys could be quiet over there, it'd be great. I know I can't hear you, but he can hear you.
Oh,
and
sorry,
I
Your
need
Honor.
him to kind of concentrate here, okay? I would
Yeah,
appreciate
sorry
if
there,
you would
Mr.
all,
Chavez, as
you
well.
know, I'm sure he was quiet while you guys were giving your testimony.
So
Thank you.
I was on the dirt path of Lake Vinewood Drive. It runs about parallel to them. And this is after the vehicle had been given to me by Miss Merriam. And I was confronted by a gentleman in a van. This was not Mr. Lang Buddha, as he was a different type male. I believe he was a type 1 male with a mask on. And he approached me and asked me what I was doing there and who I was. I was under the impression that this gentleman may have been sent by Miriam to hurt me in some way. Now,
Okay.
I managed to get away from him after a short conversation. And once again, the questions that he was giving me were very puzzling. They were very, he was trying to uncover my name, where I was coming from, etc., etc. I got in the vehicle and began to drive off. That is when I ran into a singular police vehicle with Officer Bass inside the gates of an estate. The road was, give me a second here as I pull it up. I believe it was off of Caesar's place. As I approached, I curiously looked over to see what it was. I slowed down, and Officer Bass gave me a lawful order to leave. His vehicle was positioned in such a way that the southbound road going towards Eclipse Boulevard was blocked. So I made the common sense assumption that whatever he was doing was in that direction. So you turned the vehicle, as he said, leave the area, and I started turning westbound on I believe it was Spanish Avenue. That is when I believe to be Officer Kyle Pred drove his vehicle southbound into the intersection right into my vehicle, causing my front end and his front end to collide. It was in a perpendicular fashion. That was the only mild collision that took place at maybe 5 miles an hour. And I slowed the vehicle down to allow myself to pass or him to pass. There was no ramming taking place. So let me once again underline that throughout the testimony that Officer Pred gave, and unfortunately an officer I used to respect, Officer Bass, gave, they both claimed that I was ramming. That is a fabrication, a stretch, and simply being stated to try to embellish the testimony to go favorably in their way. So, as I tried to leave this area after giving the lawful command, I kept having officers screaming at me. Out of pure coincidence, when I had taken that turn, there was a gentleman I saw, I believe, getting bashed over the head. I only know this because I saw the man collapse. And I briefly slowed down to see what the fuck had just happened. Excuse my language, Your Honor. And then began driving on my way. These officers were so brazen in whatever the hell they were doing. It was like a circus, Your Honor. They were ramming my vehicle. They were screaming multiple completely different orders at each other, that the only thing going through my mind was absolute confusion. Now, I managed to leave that area, and I thought my day was over until I was pulled over by Officer Kyle Pred. As soon as one other thing, actually, that's going to be very important here, is that during this entire crime that I supposedly was obstructing, there was no lights. There was no sirens. So there was, outside of the one singular clear order that Bass said to leave the area, there was no indication that there was even a crime taking place. So anyone with any common sense would have no idea what the hell was going on. For any passerby, it was just a cop running around with a vehicle parked on the side, and a bunch of officers ramming and screaming individuals like myself. But to continue, I tried to make my way to Eclipse just to leave the area, just thinking it was another day of Los Santos' worst, only to be pulled over by Officer Kyle Pred. He walked over to my vehicle. He asked me some sly questions that were indicative of me having commit crimes, which I clearly denied. I was very confused as to why he was screaming at me, why he was asking me whether I was doing all these kind of illegal activities. I can't even enumerate over them because he was just spitting them in my face. He didn't ask for a driver's license. He just asked for a name. And I think he just wanted to listen to the sound of his own voice screaming into my ear. Eventually, he walked back to his vehicle. And, he was screaming. He said that I was obstructing justice. And he said that if I said a word, that he was going to throw felony obstruction at me. At no time did he ask me what I was doing there. At no time did he ask me any reasonable questions as to, think about it. He didn't even ask me for my license. He was claiming, he was just saying, what are you obstructing? Why are you here? Why are you doing this? Do you have a gun on you? Are you selling drugs? Like, are you buying a house? And I was absolutely just, it was so unprofessional that I could barely get a word out. So let me first stand and point out that the reason for this stop was obstruction. And if he was willing to go and up it to felony obstruction for even saying a word, and I wasn't screaming at him, I was trying to understand what the hell was going on, I question whether the original stop was even legal. In his testimony, he claims that the vehicle was pulled over 1060. That vehicle was run after I was already inside cuffed in his car. So the very fact that I was pulled over was illegal. The fact that he was willing to manipulate the charges after I was pulled out points at the fact that he didn't know what legal reason he had to pull me over to begin with. And furthermore, the manner by which he gave his testimony, he is in fact trying to perjure on the stand in order to get me thrown and locked up in jail for absolutely nothing. For what? A pissed off woman named Miriam? Your Honor, the only law that was broken today was by these gentlemen over here.
All right, but you don't refute the fact that the vehicle is flagged, right? Whether she's angry or not.
I had no idea. The only reason I know it to be flagged is based on the testimony of these gentlemen and the records that were submitted in evidence. And that is something that is going to be brought up between me and her. But due to the simple fruit of the poisonous tree, I believe not only should I be let go and this be handled between me and Miriam, but I feel like there needs to be some reprimanding taking place with this department in their heinous testimonies, their perjurous testimonies, and their unprofessional behavior.
All right. You do understand that judges don't reprimand police officers, correct?
No,
There's a district attorney's
that is
office
very true,
and
Your Honor.
Their very own chain of command.
However, I think
if a judge steps in and tries to reprimand an officer, they're met with resistance of some type. It's not me. It's not my obligation or duty to reprimand a law enforcement officer. What I do is I control the judges and the Department of Justice, which will act professional at all times in a professional manner.
Your Honor, I believe when you asked Mr. Ziggy Bugs when that vehicle was run, and then you relate it back to Mr. Officer Kyle Pride's testimony in the timeline that he tried to paint to you, you will see that he very intentionally tried to claim the vehicle was pulled over for a 1060 when in fact that was something that he knows took place after the fact.
That it
All
wasn't.
right. Do you have anything
Not
else you'd
true.
like to add, Mr. Chavez?
No, that's it.
All right.
You're-
hold on. Wait a moment.
Sorry, Your
I'm
Honor.
going to make sure
Yeah,
that
he's
Judge
twisting
Devereaux
and
doesn't
turning
have
a lot
any
of things
questions
right
for him.
now
Do you have
in his
any
favor.
questions, Judge Devereaux?
You said that.
Nino's got
By
some
any chance,
verbal
how did
judo
you
that he
meet
can
this
make
woman,
anything
Miriam?
come true.
You just met her, and you said that she was very disgruntled because she'd been
If you want to know how to
caught
tell a
having
really good
sex
lie,
or
you mix
something
the
like
truth in
that.
between.
Was this your first interaction with this woman, or I'm just trying to figure out how you received the keys to this
Me
car?
and Miriam, Your Honor, I'm a lot of things. And
That is true. You could
I
say,
love
Let
pussy.
me see your phone.
I really do. It's like my kryptonite.
It's true.
And that was some Garden and Eve shit. You know what I'm saying? And trust
Some
me,
good
when
pussy.
I bit into that apple, I knew I had fucked up. But she was also crazy. She's fucking crazy. And it would not put it beside me if she intentionally tried to screw me over. But that's neither here nor there. The question becomes, was I lawfully detained? And are the officers twisting the truth here? And I think they know it. And what I really hope is, regardless of where this case goes, that they realize that just because they got a badge on, it does not put them above the law.
Okay. Thank you for that statement.
Your Honor, if possible, I would love to refute some of these claims. Honestly, I'm getting chubbed up just thinking about it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Your Honor, there was no fruit of the poisonous tree. He was pulled over for obstructing justice, which he actively did, or he was under investigation for potentially obstructing justice. And as for approaching the vehicle, I approached him in a very professional manner, and I just did my job questioning him as to what he was doing around the area or the time that the obstructing was taking place. He was detained. I was questioning a man. All right. Afterwards, we performed a felony stop. We believed that this man to be obstructing justice, and we decided to press the charges on him. During that time, I was alerted by Ziggy Bugs that the vehicle did come back stolen. I was not really concerned with that at the time. It would have been something I would have found out regardless. But there was no fruit of the poisonous tree. This was an investigation that led to, no matter which way you look at it, that led to him being put in cuffs at that moment in time. As for all these claims, I mean, this guy's telling so many lies. He should have wrote a book of the fucking Bible, Your Honor. I mean, Jesus Christ.
All right,
This
let's leave
guy
those
is-
comments outside. Thank you.
All right, gotcha. It was going insane. He's going insane over there.
All right.
That's the best this guy got. Really? That was it?
Did you question him about the vehicle? Where he got the vehicle from? Or who he got the vehicle from?
We kind of brought him down here immediately for bench trial when I asked him if that's what he wanted.
Okay. You advised him of his rights. He requested a bench trial. You stopped the questioning right there on the spot, correct? Is that what you're
Can you
telling the
repeat
court?
that, Your Honor?
Okay, so you advised him of his rights when you detained him, correct? And he requested a bench trial immediately, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
And
We advised
what
him of
you're
his
telling the
rights.
court. Okay.
Yes.
And then you stopped all lines of questioning at that point. When he
Yep.
asked
At
for a
that
bench
point,
trial.
all lines of questioning stopped.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, could I say something?
You may.
My rights were not read, and the reason I asked for a bench trial is he was threatening me with felony obstruction for simply asking what is going on and why are you arresting me?
Okay. I do have a question for you, Mr. Chavez.
Mhm.
As I may have missed it, what were you doing specifically in that area?
I was just driving around.
Okay.
Your Honor, can I ask him a question?
I know.
No, you may not ask him a question.
I was just driving around.
Okay. You were
It
just
was,
driving around.
yeah.
All right.
I mean, there was
Okay.
a couple things of business I did, and I was just driving around trying to figure out what I was going to do with my day.
Who were you on the phone with at that time?
I was
As one of the officers stated that they could see you on the phone.
I was with Ellie Dono.
You were on the phone with Miss Donna.
Your Honor, can we see his phone? So we can clear any suspicion. Last few calls before he got arrested.
I don't even believe he has his phone on him. Correct? Do you have his phone?
I have his phone currently, sir.
Okay.
Mr.
Give
Chavez.
me a moment to talk with Judge Devereaux about it.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Yeah, he's fucked. He's fucked. If it comes back to a Langwood, he's fucked.
Damn! I wouldn't be fucked.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and not have the phone looked at or the phone records. Okay.
Your Honor, what if Mr. Chavez volunteers to show us the phone records to clear
If
the suspicion?
Mr. Chavez voluntarily shows it, then I'll allow it.
I can.
I'm not gonna court order him to show his phone at this time.
I mean, with all due respect, Officer Bass, I can give you guys a some consultation on how to speak with individuals. But I'm not going to be
We're just
waiving.
interested in the phone records there, Mr. Chavez. Cut the shit.
And I get so horny when he talks
Okay.
like this.
All right. So at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and place this bench trial into a brief recess. Myself and Judge Devereaux will go back and we'll deliberate and we'll come back with our ruling. All right. So this bench trial is in recess.
You guys are. Damn it. Oh,
Hey, you know
yeah?
you guys got 30 days if you
Oh,
want
are
to
we?
send that clown back there to
You know what
jail,
else
right?
is fucked? Probably that wife right now that you were fucking up there. She's probably
Twist it how you want, but that was some fucking unprofessional pullover. You know what I mean? Honestly, I hope we win this simply because speed running arrests are bad.
Damn.
SOPs aren't the law anyways.
How you doing there, Sergeant Ass?
Detective Bass, ma'am. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Detective Ass. How you doing there?
Perfect. How are you?
It could go
I'm
either
great,
way.
I'm great.
It could go either way.
I'm Fred.
Pretty good. How are
the
you
argument
doing?
was weak.
I'm great.
Yeah, I think so too. You should have
You
seen
look
what these.
great.
They lied on the stand. Can you imagine that?
We did
I've
not.
never
lie,
told a
Mr.
lie.
Chavez.
I've never
Excuse me,
told a lie
Officer
on the
Bass.
stand.
With all due respect, you also stood up there and said that I was ramming officers.
I witnessed you hit a cop car twice
Hey,
with your
can
comment.
you guys not yell? Thank
Yes,
you.
absolutely, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
So how does that classify as ramming? What if he lost control of the vehicle, huh?
The only
Okay.
ramming you want to know what ramming is? You want to know what ramming is?
Is when
when-
you back up and hit a car multiple times in the same kind of motion.
Bess,
Yeah,
you
that's
know
what I do to
you
your
know
mother every
damn
night.
well that Officer Pred here drove into me at 5 miles an hour. And if your
I did not
dumbass
see
wants
that.
to call
I did not see
that
that.
ramming, I'm sorry, but I think all you need to do is watch how your cops drive around. That's actual ramming right there.
Mr. Chavez,
Listen,
I did give you a lawful order to leave the area.
I did,
but
and
instead,
I
you
left.
popped a
next
U-turn,
time you're
you hit
next
the
time
cop
you
car.
pick up the suspect, make sure he isn't cuffed first.
Just
Mr.
out of
Chavez,
curiosity,
all right?
when you why do you not use your lights and sirens?
Me?
You do
Did I-
realize that
did we not?
if the judge
I was not in a cop car. I
if
was
the
on foot.
judge if the judge
I was in a car.
puts in a perspective and realizes that you didn't have your lights and sirens on, there's no expectation that a crime is even being committed in the area.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but
True.
I was on foot chasing after Mr.
No,
Buddha.
I'm just saying with you being with those two strikes, I mean, I think you should be spending more energy trying to train
What are
your
you trying to
officers
tell me?
around you. I'm saying you should spend more of your energy training your officers here to turn on their lights and sirens.
My lights and
Officer,
sirens.
Mr.
were on.
Fred is a
How do you-
fully
how do you
qualified police
distinguish-
officer.
Well, how do
real
you
quick,
distinguish
if
the
I-
difference between a officer who's just driving around like an idiot versus one that's trying to investigate a crime? If they're not using
Mr.
the lights and
Chavez,
sirens, I'm just
You gotta see it
saying.
from our perspective, you
Yeah.
getting away, Fred, trying to move his cop car to go after Mr. Lang Buddha.
These
You were
are
told
Ridiculous
leave.
assumptions. You let me go.
you were on the phone. You're both on the phone. Okay. Sure, I give you a lawful order to leave, but instead of leaving, you made a U-turn, hit the cop car,
Kyle
then slow
Pred
down on
made
the
a
grass.
rolling stop on a road that has a yield sign without lights and sirens. I took a left-hand turn, and that's when the collision took
honestly,
place
I
at
couldn't.
5 miles
I'll
an
be
hour.
honest
So,
with you. I can't comment. I mean, most of my time, I would be surprised if my lights and sirens weren't on during that chase.
They were not on. There was
the
no
lights were
no
100%. I
sirens.
didn't hear a
on.
single siren, sir.
No.
And how can we tell if the fucking lights are on when it's daytime outside, huh?
Can we put this dumb
The
fuck
lights are
back in
bright-
cuffs and
bright
send him to
enough.
jail for house robbery?
No. You let me go. Double jeopardy, sir.
Hey, they got 30 days.
Technically, we have 30 days.
Double
We can-
jeopardy only applies to courtroom, dumb fuck.
Or if
Well,
we
I
charge
would
the
see
same
you
crime
in
twice.
court,
You know,
dumbass.
You seem to be citing a lot of laws here for someone who doesn't really know it too well.
I know all the laws. In
Do you
fact,
really?
I would say this. I'm the most knowledgeable cop you'll ever meet in your life. I saw a lot of movies. A lot of them.
By the way, I
Guys are
love
about to
these
fucking
guys, but
lose,
I'm still going to be a dick with them on Nino. Nino absolutely loads the cops so much.
You got a big ass cock, but I'm not scared of you, motherfucker.
Court in session. Let's see this.
All right, I'll go ahead and call this bench trial back into session this time. Mr. Chavez, you were facing one count of obstruction of justice and you were
I get
facing
it.
one count of joyriding. As to the count of joyriding, I am going to find you guilty, sir. That woman had called in her plate as being her vehicle, I'm sorry, as stolen. Regardless of the fact if she was angry at you or not, or she called in a fictitious 911 call, if you can produce said woman and have her come down to the court, sir, and explain to the judge why she would put in a false 911 call, we will definitely have her arrested.
Absolutely.
All right.
Would I be able
Now-
to appeal that at a later time, Your Honor?
What?
Well, you said if I can produce her, which I very
if
much
you can
plan to do.
produce her, and I'm gonna match her phone number up to that
Mm.
dispatch call as well. okay?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Now on to the charge of obstruction of justice. I do feel that Officer Pred was investigating you based off of what he had witnessed during the whole scenario down there when you had pulled up, a vehicle was struck. Now, I am, however, going to find you not guilty of obstruction of justice, sir.
Yeah.
I don't feel it was your intentions to stop the police officer from apprehending Mr. Buddha, which they did apprehend. He did not get away. So I don't feel that justice was obstructed as the law enforcement officers were trying to
I
do.
disagree, but
All
it
right.
is-
Does that make sense
Yeah,
to everybody in here?
I'm sorry. Could you say that again? I couldn't hear you
Okay.
over Mr. Bass here saying that he disagreed with you.
Okay, that's fine if he disagrees with me. This is my courtroom, so I have the final ruling. I may disagree with what law enforcement officers do, but hey,
Guess we'll have
if you
to
have
agree,
something
disagree.
to say, sir, I would actually ask you to, speak on up. if
Your
you
Honor, I
don't like it.
disagree, but I respect your call.
Thank you very much. Okay, again, I feel that Officer Pred was investigating and had pulled you over and was doing a simple investigation as to why you were in the area. You had your phone out. Mr. Buddha was running from a property. You see how that all kind of lines up and ties in with each other? Now, I do feel, however, that you are not guilty of obstruction of justice, but you are guilty of joyriding.
But thank you, Your
Now,
Honor.
due to the time you've been here, we went through this bench trial. I'm not going to send you off to Bolingbroke Penitentiary. I'm just going to give you the fine. All right. This court case is now adjourned.
Thank you
That-
very much.
That means you want me to give him the charge of
Thank you, Your Honor.
joyriding and the fine, right, Your
The
Honor?
joyriding, yes, but not the time in prison associated with it.
Really good. Yeah.
I'll be seeing you on the streets there, Mr. Chavez. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Are you threatening me right now?
No, I wasn't threatening you. I just said I'd be
that's
seeing you.
a
out there.
actual threat. You're
That's
threatening
not a
me.
threat. A threat would say, "Hey, I'm going to beat the shit out of you." Not me saying, "Hey, I'm going to
Building.
see you outside of this courtroom."
Listen, I just want you.
You want to go to a
and the
bench
rest-
trial over this one too? We're already here.
I want you to simply
I have a wedding
be
to
a
go to.
better officer. All right, you're better than this.
Oh,
You're better than this.
Oh, okay. I'm better than this.
I
Listen,
get it. I know. In the movies, you gotta
I
shout
only-
and scream
look,
and get the
I
arrest.
didn't even
But
shout and
here's the
scream
thing.
at you.
Here's the thing, right? Understand that when you go out there, all right,
Yeah.
you got people to protect.
Have a good day.
And what you're doing right here, this is only going to bring you down a very, very dark path.
Well, let me tell you something. You may be under the implication that I was the one that pressed the charges. I just followed orders.
By who? Who was it?
Bass said to made the call. He was
Bass
the highest
made
ranking
the-
officer
Oh,
on scene.
The guy is a fucking
For me
idiot.
to-
Why do you think he shaves his head?
He's
Excuse
highest
me.
ranking officer. Well, wait. I thought he shaved his head because he's bald.
No, it's
Is it
how about
because you're
the
an
fact I
idiot or
can't
because you're
grow
bald?
fucking
Bass?
he's
hair on my
hoping that he
head.
can soak more like information in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I cannot wait for the day you're bald, Mr. Chavez. Karma will come for you one day.
He's got a great hairline.
Listen to me, okay? Well, I mean,
But he
based
is
on
a
everything
piece
that
of shit.
happened, based on everything that happened,
You're telling
in
me
my eyes, you obstructed because
what?
I
Because
give you a
you
lawful
turned
order.
away from your.
I give you a
Wait,
lawful
so
order.
Just
Instead
out
of going the other way,
curiosity, just
you
out
made
of-
a U-turn. You went
Mm.
toward Mr. Buddha's direction. You stopped and realized he was in handcuff and took off afterwards.
If I had
gonna
a
bring the-
single witness
I'm gonna bring
that
the
was
car
not
around
an
front.
officer, you guys would have been really fucked today.
I don't think so.
Let me ask you. Okay, can I? Do you mind if I ask you a series of questions?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Lights and sirens. What are they for?
Well, I mean, it's obvious.
Oh, is it? Okay. What is it for?
Okay, it's well, it can be used in different ways. It can be used a way to make traffic yield as we respond to a call. It could be a way to pull over a suspect and basically announce that we're police officers.
Yes, to announce that you're police officers and you may be investigating a crime that is happening in the vicinity, or
Correct.
that you can get through traffic because you're getting to a crime. So
Correct.
why is there no expectation by you to make sure that your officers are using their lights
They
and
should be.
sirens?
That's part of the training. They should
So
be. That's
are
standard
you
procedure.
planning to train them after you leave here?
Okay, so you're saying Pred never had his lights on.
None of
At
your
all.
officers had lights and sirens on.
believe we had
Very
2 cars
true.
with lights and sirens.
I
on
was
there.
driving the car and I had lights on for sure. I
So
can contest to
how
that.
does an individual like myself? I know right now you are like 100% believing that I was trying to pick up Mr. Buddha here, whom I didn't even
100%.
know he was the one in the area.
Mr. Chavez,
right.
if I look at your phone,
But
I'm
hold
going to
on.
see a call from
You have
Mr.
a good
Buddha,
day,
probably.
Mr. Baywan.
Going to be issuing
You're
you a bill
so
for $525,
You're so
Mr.
focused
Chavez.
on getting that arrest that you were willing to go and do a bunch of illegal shit to get it.
What are you talking about?
Once again,
I gave you a lawful order to leave.
Let me-
You decided
I
to
didn't-
stay and
I don't
help out
think
Mr.
we did
Buddha.
are
anything
you
illegal.
not concerned? Are you not concerned that lights and sirens weren't on?
No, I am, and that will be addressed. That should not
Lights
be
and
happening.
sirens were on.
Okay.
Every officer who should be chasing a suspect or investigating, patrolling, or responding to calls should be responding with the proper code 2 or code 3 on their goddamn vehicle, right? So I'm with you on that one.
So there's a
But at the
clear
same time, I
indication
gave
that
you a
an
chance-
investigation is taking place.
Correct. I give you a chance to leave the area to not be involved. But
Did
instead,
I
you
leave the
ignored-
area?
Not after you stopped next to Mr. Buddha and realized he was handcuffed.
How was I supposed to know which area, what zone you had yielded off if there's no lights and sirens?
Mr. Chavez, you went across the lane of travel onto the opposing lane of travel.
Yeah, Mr.
and
Chavez.
pulled over onto the grass right next to him.
Yeah, dumbass.
It is clear as day you're trying to assist him escape.
Yeah.
It was
you
not
want
Yeah, the
clear
judge,
as
the
day.
judge
No.
took it easy on
Hey,
you.
what's
This was
up?
obstruction. Textbook
you-
obstruction.
If you clearly listened to my order,
Oh,
you would have
brother.
kept going westbound on Pitch Perfect Drive and kept going in the correct lane of
How do
travel.
I-
Already
how-
there with you, baby.
There
Started
is
2
no
hours
way
ago.
to know which area you're investigating.
I miss my boy Tony. Have you seen him? Identify a missing person report.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to come
Where
around
was
in
my
an hour or
where was
two.
my vehicle pulled over?
Yeah, he's pulling a sab, you know.
I was
Come
not
here,
part
come
of that.
Exactly.
cannot-
I left
cannot
the
tell you-
area.
Yeah, you know, sometimes.
But you left the area after attempting to help out Mr. Buddha.
How do you know I
When
was
you-
attempting to help him?
Because you went from the correct lane of travel to the opposing lane of travel, parked next to him on the
After
sidewalk,
my vehicle had a collision. Yes or no?
and after I give you a lawful order to leave,
So-
instead
Which
you
I
ignored my
did.
lawful order.
Here,
No, you
here,
didn't,
allow
though.
me. I think I can solve this whole thing. So, obstruction of justice. We don't have to be charging anyone with the crime. It
Mm.
was an active scene, which was clear by the foot officers chasing after a man trying
I
to
said,
detain him,
Mr. Chavez,
and a
leave
car
the
in
area.
the area.
I give you a lawful
This is
order too.
textbook obstruction. I mean, I will say that I believe the judge is wrong, but I will respect his decision in order to come render his verdict. But this was textbook obstruction of justice, 100%. There's no way around this.
Fuck you, pussy.
Intervening into in any type of criminal scene, whether the
Oh, I know
charges
what.
get
Trust me,
pressed or
I know
not.
what obstruction is. But I think.
Apparently,
I
you
think,
don't.
No, apparently you think by that citizens are supposed to know where you're investigating, and when they leave the area and they happen upon where the crime is being committed, because the fucking dumbasses aren't using their lights and sirens.
Sir,
all
when
of a sudden
pull a car up
you think you
right
know what's
next
going
to
through
a
our head.
man, and
Thoughts are
stop.
not crimes, my friend.
Thoughts
are not a
listen,
crime.
I'm not arresting you for your thoughts or what I think you're
Oh
going
no,
to
you
do.
tried to,
It was
motherfucker.
I
And the
didn't try
judge
to
put
do
you
shit.
in your fucking place. That's what happened.
I did what I was ordered to do,
Yeah,
but I agree with
yeah,
I
and the
agreed
funny
with
thing is-
Mr. Chavez,
assault.
I'm a pretty fair cop, okay? But when you ignore my call to leave the area and you proceed
Several
to help
times.
out Mr. Buddha, and it's clear as day as you cut from the correct lane of travel with your comment to opposing lane of travel and park next to him, what is that? What is that to you?
Sir, why would Nino park next to me when I'm in custody and in handcuffs?
No,
It doesn't make any
he
sense.
parked next to you while you're running toward the car. Luckily, Bayvon was able to slap cuffs on you. When he saw you get escorted in handcuffs, he realized, oh shit, he's caught. Let me cut my losses and take off.
Oh, you guys tell
here's
some
the thing.
very elaborate stories.
Assuming
we'll take
sir
the
makes
L.
an ass out of me and me.
We're-
Ever heard that saying?
I thought it
It's
was
not
you and me.
assumption when it's obstruction. He literally obstructed the scene. He
I don't-
obstructed everything.
Well,
would you pull
clearly
over
it
next
wasn't
to a
obstruction. I mean,
textbook?
otherwise I would have went to jail for that, right?
I mean, like I said, you're found not guilty.
No, I
so-
mean, yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can say it,
No,
tell
I-
me, you can
I
say-
mean,
Who do you
I'll
think
say
knows
this:
the
the
law
judge
better
is
than-
fucking wrong.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, you say that, but you're just a fucking cop.
Hey,
I
say it
am
again
just
real
a
quick.
guy. I said the judge is wrong,
Hello?
Mr. Lang, but I agree with him to be wrong.
Hey, what's up?
That's all I needed.
don't
Thank
have any
you.
his phone number though.
You're welcome. I mean, I'm
Oh,
in good
you know-
relations with the judge. I have
Yeah,
no
they're
problem
gonna
telling
get
him
the
that I
Gulf
disagree with
Society-
his
the
decision.
Gulf Society area,
But it's not like I'm going to
Motherfucker.
harbor anything against him for it. I can take my L's in
Yep, I'm
strides.
going there right
It's
now.
not a big deal. I did what I was ordered to do.
You are here, sir, to
I would love
serve
to
and
chat
protect,
further,
not to
but I
take
got a wedding
W's
to
and
go to.
L's.
No,
what
no,
the fuck are
obey
you
and
saying?
survive. Obey and
wedding?
survive.
This
My
motherfucker.
daughter's getting
I
married
will
to
see
Henry
you on
King.
the streets there, Pred.
Oh yeah, I'll see you on the streets too, Mr. Chavez.
I'll
I
see you
look
guys at the wedding.
forward to it.
Fred, you're coming to the wedding?
This fucking pussy. You know,
Yeah,
he
that
told
was
me he
some
was gonna
fucking-
fucking shoot me.
That was the most silver tongue I think I've ever seen you. That was crazy.
The thing is, though, I actually told the truth. These guys stood there lying, saying I ran there. Like, what the fuck is this? If I had one witness, they were fucked.
I need a fishing license.
One
please.
witness, Lang.
And don't forget to get their shit back from the desk here. Yeah, the bar. Good to see you, my friend. You have a good night.
Yep. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you very much.
1470?
Laba, it was good to see you on
Yep.
the stand. This motherfucker was threatening to shoot me.
Yeah, Mr. Pratt is very he's weird. He's like very aggravated, but he's chill at the same time.
I don't really have a... Oh, whatever. Oh, wow. That was like $300.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know how much joyriding is. Wasn't a lot. Chad, how much was my bill? Hey, by the way, take it out of sub-only mode or emote only.
This is fucking police brutality.
Do it, you fucking pussy.
He's getting pissed on. He doesn't even realize it. He's getting pissed on. And he doesn't even realize it.
Bark like a dog, little bitch.
Oh, 525?
Yeah.
Yo, you're my daddy.
Eat the fucking treat. Eat the fucking
police
treat.
brutality.
Perfect. I'll set it
Yeah,
as
eat
my
it, eat
home phone screen
Okay.
right now.
You
Mr.
fucking
Buddha, what the fuck?
just remember this. When up.